Oh, good morning, it.thank. Watch out. Let's get one go. So today I had my drum. I was gonna sing a song, but my microphone is jacked up, and I just need to get a new laptop, man. It's just things ain't right, you know. I had made a video earlier, my smudge, and do my smudge. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe the guy doesn't want me putting things on video, you know. I asked him though. I pray, hey, grandfather. These are my tobacco ties that I make. Let me try this again. I get tired of doing something halfway. I'd rather do it all the way, And that's just like with my relationships. So I got 5 ties here. 7. 5 red for the 5 stick ceremonies that we have. That's my identification. 1 black, 1 white. Black and white are colors that Crazy Horse used for protection in the West, And I have my sweetgrass, so, that's what we have the Chanupa, the sacred Chanupa from the Sundance. I'm doing what I can to preach and teach this knowledge of, passing down the Lakota language. Yesterday we did Lakota language 1-3, and like I was saying, with the PayPal, the $5 to get Lakota language lessons to you through PayPal, you can email me at 073native, N-A-T-I-V-E, N as in Nancy, D as in Dave, N as in Nancy at gmail.com. What that will do will send me an email that you're interested in, and you want me to direct you to my PayPal website, and I will do that. And as soon as the money is in the account, we can, via shipping and handling, send you the Lakota language lesson. And the Lakota language lesson is free right here, but we'd rather have it in hand. And you could say, hey, this is what I'm learning. This is what I was learning from this cool on the internet. He's not charging me $179, up to $300 just for a bunch of tapes, a bunch of CDs, and no knowledge of how you can pronounce the gutturals, the pronunciations, and the consonants, and so the vowels, they're not that many. And a lot of people want to learn in depth. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys you got to learn A, E, I, O, U, U, and all of that stuff. It's bull crap. It's nonsense when it comes to actually getting your feet in the ground, in the dirt, and learning the language from another Lakota. He'll teach you and take the time. It's time consuming, just like learning Spanish, just like learning anything else. You have to have time and patience. And so when you have the teacher who's willing to teach you, and the insight and the drive and the motivation to go ahead and say, hey, man, I want to learn the Lakota language because that's a sacred language that the Lakotas communicate with the spirits and God, through ceremonies. And when you are able to do that, you learn a new thing, you learn a new language. And throughout history, we've had over 60 million native tribes that have lost their language and their tongue, their ancestry, and their practices. The girl I fell in love with, and still suffering over a breakup. She just recently found out she's native. She wants to find out her tribe, and it's from down south. So I want to say Nawa, but anyway, that their relations to the Aztecs, the Incas, and the Mayans. So she comes from great people. There's a lot of good people out here, that we all live in a melting pot of today's societies and cultures. But you have to look at it this way. Finding out who your religion is. If you feel in your heart that you are an Indian, then 9 times out of 10, that belief is that you are an Indian. So you should always look to the Creator and ask yourself, hey, I think I am Indian. I think I would like to learn my culture, my identity, who I am. Because we go through life missing part of something. And when you find that something and you are able to acknowledge that, then your life comes together as a whole. It comes around, that whole choka comes back around. But if you go through life living meaningless and asking yourself, is this all there is to life? It's day to day, get up and go to work, go home, come home, drive 70 some miles, go to sleep, wake up and do it again, and you're missing the beauty of life. you're missing everything. You're missing the knowledge and the wisdom that God shows you through the plants, the animals, and Mother Earth herself. So like I'm saying, I am very fortunate to be here today and speak to you guys. So my wisdom and knowledge comes from learning the Lakota language and the traditions and the practices. I am a sun dancer. I have sun dance, I have umblecha, and I also have uh, medicine helpers. So we call them. They help me to heal. And I also have another medicine helper, and it.thank, we call him the big helper. And we are descended from, we're all relatives of descendants of Wokduga, horn chips. And this guy, Crazy Horse, Mrs. Kola is riding his mate, his partner, his country, his Misu, his Chie, everything that means in Lakota, adopt Hunka brothers, relatives, and so these brothers, learned and like they say, like she says, all through life, the six flags, the six stick ceremony used to be called the six stick ceremony because of it used to be Awutuga learned that he had 6 wolves, 6 coyotes that watched over him and protected him. And he had that language and that knowledge to talk with them. And when he came home to his people, there was a story behind it. I don't want to go into it right now, but I'll tell you that how Crazy Horse hung out with him, and he just wanted to be a warrior his whole life. That's all he wanted out of life was to be a warrior. And he asked Moktuga to help him. And Moktuga gave him one of them flags. Here, keep this flag with you at all times. And so we have our 5-stick ceremony, how that came about. And today, we still honor those guys. We still pay homage. And they still visit us through the ceremonies. If I had a visit Sunday night, and my great-grandfather came to me and told me to get better, to heal. I had a purpose. I had a commitment to fulfill. So, thinking about that, I'm blessed, man. I'm truly blessed, and I'm glad to be here today. And I'm also glad to share what I can on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, hologram, shalagram, mologram, whatever you call it, man. It is what it is. So today I say thank you to God. it.thank Jesus. Ona beto woste. Ona macha. it.thank to woste wame wo. Ona nogota ushika kioko. Daya user ogmasmaya naike. So I'm sitting here, I'm pitiful, I'm a ushika man. You might not believe me, but I speak the truth. I've always spoke the truth. So today, my brothers and sisters, enjoy this day. Remember your prayers, your knowledge, your wisdom, your understanding of life, and your commitment. Feel it. Enjoy yourself.